Welcome to Yoga for You with your host, Ana del Rosal, certified yoga teacher. Yoga is not a substitute for medical attention, examination, diagnosis, or treatment. Please check with your doctor before beginning any exercise regimen, especially if you recently had surgery, are pregnant, or postnatal. If at any moment something doesn't feel right, please stop. It's important to listen to your body. I will provide detailed instruction as you move in and out of poses to ensure your safety. If you have any questions, contact your local yoga teacher or studio. Thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed day. Welcome to Yoga for You with Ana from Mountain Rose Integrated Wellness Center. Today, well, we're officially into spring, so we're going to do practice really focusing on the liver and gallbladder channels in Chinese medicine. Their seasons are connected to organ systems within this medicine, and spring happens to be connected to the liver and gallbladder, and that's the time of we're coming out of winter hibernation, so there's growth, there's creativity with a healthy balance of this energy running through the system. If the liver or the energies, because we're not talking about the organs themselves on this side, if the energies of the liver or gallbladder are stuck, we can feel anger, frustration, very emotional, weepy. So it's really important to keep that energy flowing freely. And the gallbladder channel runs along the outside of our bodies, and the liver runs along the inner thighs, around the groin, and ends underneath the ribs. So let's get started and come to your hands and knees. And actually first just come do cat-cow. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and just inhale, lift and lengthen your chest, your tailbone, and then exhale, push the floor away around your back. And just move through these two, inhaling and exhaling. So we're just opening up the spine. Inhale and exhale, round. Good. Do one more, inhale and exhale, round your back. Good, and then come into neutral. I'm going to turn to face you. So for this, we're going to do a bunch of stuff on your hands and knees. I want you to extend your right leg out to the side. Your right toes are facing forward, and your right foot is on the mat. So you're not on the inner edge or outer edge or doing something funny. Something else. From here, so really connect into this foot. Engage the inner thigh, pelvic floor. You're going to inhale, take your left arm up. And then exhale, slide. You're going to thread the needle. So take that left hand between the right hand and the right foot. And then inhale, sweep the arm up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, and then curl. And then last one, inhale, come up. And then exhale, you're going to twist. And this time, if you can grab your right foot with that left hand, great. Otherwise, you can be here grabbing the foot or anywhere in between. And you're coming to rest on that outer left shoulder. Let the head come to the mat. If the floor is really far away, feel free to have a block underneath your head. Now with this right hand, you can wiggle it so it's on top of the crown of your head, in line with the top of the head. Or take it up, bend the elbow, and bring it behind your back. And breathe. Good, so here as I said, the gallbladder channel runs along the outer thigh, into the glute, and runs along the outside of the body, so we're opening that. And we're also opening the liver channel here because it runs along the inner thigh. Good, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. So if your hand's in the air, bring your right hand back down. So you're going to press through that right hand. Come back onto your hands and knees. And then lift this right leg in the air. Sweep it back behind you. And then you're going to take your right toes and sweep it towards, you're going to cross that left foot, sweep it over to the left. So now you're side bending to the left. So you're opening up through the right ribs. Push the floor away, hug the belly in, and breathe. So you can have the toes curled under. Some people like coming onto the outer edge of that right foot, if that's available to you. And breathe. Good, 2 more breaths. 1 more. Good. And then float the leg up, lower the leg. Good. And then around a cat-cow. So arch your back and inhale, lift your chest. And then round, find neutral again. Push the floor away, hug the belly in. This time we're going with the left leg. If you did the left, just do the opposite side. So left foot comes out to the side. Press the floor away. Again, you're standing on your foot. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, that right arm slides underneath and twist. And 2 more. So inhale, just opening up through the side body. Exhaling, twisting. And last one, inhale. And then exhale, twist. So again, maybe you just come down and you rest onto the outer right shoulder, the hands free. You can decide what feels better, palm up or down. Or you can grab that left foot. And this right leg actually sweeps in a little bit. So you have it acts like a kickstand. Left hand be overhead, or take that left arm behind your back. And breathe. And you're rolling your chest open here. So you also get a little bit of a stretch through the shoulder, the back of this right arm or the arm that's on the floor. And breathe. Most important part of your practice is breathe. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. And then release the hand down. So first bring your left hand to the mat. Push the floor away. Come onto your hands and knees. Then float the left leg up. And you sweep it back, turn the toes down, then take the toes all the way over to the right. Maybe you stay on the toes, maybe you come onto the outer edge of that foot. And then you're just side bending to the right. So you're actually opening up through that left side body, the ribs. Push the floor away and breathe. So hopefully you're feeling a stretch somewhere along the side of the ribs, maybe the waist, maybe the outer left hip. And you're feeling a shortening through that right side. Good, 1 more breath. And then float the leg up, bring it back in, draw it under. I'm going to pivot onto the mat, curl your toes under, and come into downward dog. Feet hip width apart. And then just bend your left knee so your right leg is straight. Draw that right outer hip crease back in space. And really open up through that right hamstring, right calf. Keep reaching the hip back. So a lot of the congestion that can happen in the gallbladder channel is actually around the hip, the piriformis area. And then switch sides. And then bend that right knee deeply. So really reach that left heel. Left outer hip moves back in space. And breathe. Good, 1 more breath. Good, and then straighten both legs. Walk your feet in to meet your hands. And we're going to come into a squat. So I'm going to turn to face you again. So your feet are 2.5 feet apart or mat width apart. And toes turn out. So for some of you, especially if you have knee issues, you might come more into this higher squat. Maybe you're up here. So some of you might be here. If you have a little bit more openness in the knees, maybe you're coming down. Maybe the heels are floating. Maybe you can anchor your feet to the mat. And wherever you are, I want you to bring your elbows or your upper arms into the knees so you press the knees open. And you draw the knees in. So the arms and the knees are resisting each other. Engage the pelvic floor and lift. And breathe. Good. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath here. And then hands down. Good. Toe heel your feet into the hip width apart, hands to hips. Come all the way up to stand. Just close your eyes there for a moment. Just notice how it feels to stand. Lengthen your tailbone. And just take 2 more breaths. And 1 more full breath. And then float your eyes open. And let's come into triangle. So you're going to step your feet wide, 3 feet apart, maybe a little longer if you're taller. And you're going to turn your right toes parallel to the edges of the mat. Lift the toes up for a moment. So you really connect to the entire foot. Relax the toes. And then bring your arms out to the side. Inhale into your left lung, so your chest comes square off. And you're going to exhale, hinge forward, right hand to shin. Actually, bring your left hand to your left hip. You're going to inhale, take that left arm overhead, look down. And then exhale, bend your left elbow, rotate your chest open. Inhale, take the arm overhead, look down. Exhale, bend and twist. Inhale. Extend and stretch. Exhale, bend and twist. Good, 2 more. Bend and twist. Good, last one. Bend and twist. Good, so roll the chest open. You can keep the options for the arm. We're going to stay in triangle. Top hand behind your back if it's enough for the shoulder. Lean back. Maybe you take the arm straight overhead. Maybe it comes over towards the wall in front of you. But press into your left heel. Hug the belly in. And breathe. Good, 1 more breath. And then inhale, come all the way up. So press into your feet, hug the belly in, come up, parallel your feet. Close your eyes for a moment. And notice the difference between that right and left side. So the left side probably feels more expansive than the right at this moment. And we'll bring balance to that. So now turn your left toes to face the opposite end, parallel to the edges of your mat. The right foot turns in slightly, arms up. Breathe into your right lung. So you just have this slight rotation through your chest. Inhale here, exhale, hand to shin. Bring your right arm to your hip. You're going to inhale, take the right arm overhead, look down. Exhale, bend and rotate open through the chest. Inhale, so really lengthen through this right side body. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, rotate and twist. Good, 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, last one. Rotate and twist. So arm options, hands behind your back. If you want more of a shoulder opening, arm straight up, or arm overhead if you want more of a side opening. And then again, breathe into your right lung. Rotate your chest open. Press through the feet. Really press into that right heel. Good, 2 more breaths. Good, and then press into your feet. Use the inner thighs, come on up. Turn your toes in. So here, make sure that your toes are parallel. Hands to hips. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over. You can also turn your toes in slightly. Fold all the way over. Inhale, look up halfway. Really lengthen your side body here, and then exhale, fold. Let your head be heavy. And the weight's forward into your toes, so you get that release through the hamstrings. Good, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, please. And then inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to come into horse stance. So now I want you to turn your toes out, heels in, bend your knees. Hands to inner thighs. And just rock side to side. So maybe when you get in there, you want to separate your feet a little bit more. And I want you just to move side to side. So you're just moving, getting that synovial fluid moving in the knees. And then come to rest in the middle. From here, bring your hands to prayer. So shoulders over hips, you're not leaning forward. Hug the belly in. Lift up out of your pelvic floor. But keep bending the knees and opening them out to the side. Good, 2 more breaths. Good, and then straighten the legs. Turn your toes in, hands to hips. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, fold over again. This time grab your toes or your ankles. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then fold. So use your arms here to help draw you into the forward fold. Let your head drop. Keep drawing the inner thighs up, connecting into the outer edges of your feet. Good. 1 more breath. And then inhale, look up halfway. Now I want you to bend your right knee deeply. So maybe you wiggle your feet further apart. This left leg stays straight. Bend that right knee. And you can take your right ankle with one hand, with both hands here, and just fold. And breathe. So hopefully you're getting a deep inner thigh stretch of that straight leg. Good, 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then inhale, come up. Walk over to the other side. So keep your hands down. Bend the left knee. So you might stay here if grabbing the ankle is too much. If you can, fold deeper and grab that ankle, feel free. And then let your head drop so you get the release of the neck. And nice deep breaths. Good, 2 more breaths. And then inhale, come up. And come back through center. Toe heel your feet in. And then bend your knees and come to sit. And let's bring your right knee and left leg straight out. If the floor is really far away for this knee, take a block or take something underneath it so it has some support. It could also be a pillow or your sweatshirt. And then inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, slight twist to the left leg and then fold over. Maybe your hands come to your shin. Maybe you can grab that feet and fold, the foot and fold. And maybe your hands are just to the floor and you're really thinking of lengthening the top of your head away from your hips and lengthening that entire spine here. So even if you can't go all the way over, maybe you can find a little bit of space. And maybe bending that right knee, or the left knee, sorry, a little bit helps release the hamstring so you could actually go into the low back. Take another breath. And then slowly come up. And we'll switch sides. So right leg out, left knee bends. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, twist. Again, if you need to bend this left knee, the right knee, feel free. Grab your foot, the shin, the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow. And think of lengthening your spine and breathing. Good. Take 2 more breaths. And then inhale, slowly come up. Walk your hands back. And let's come to lay down on your backs, please. Knees are bent. Let's just do one bridge. So feet hip width apart, arms by your side. Press into your heels, press into the feet, and lift the hips. Flip the bottom up. Press into your upper outer arms and just breathe here. Good, 2 more breaths. And then roll on down, hug your knees in. Just gently rock side to side. And then extend your legs out, if that's comfortable for you, for your Shavasana, for your rest pose. Your feet flop open, your arms flop open, and breathe. Nice, smooth, even breaths. And allow your body to be at ease, Just resting fully here. And if you're ready to get up, move your fingers, your toes. Take your arms overhead, but if you want, you can also stay longer. Bend your knees into your chest. And just roll to one side. And then use your hands and come up to sit. And find a comfortable seat. Close your eyes for a moment. And just take a moment to think of one thing that you're grateful for today. And then float your eyes, keep your eyes closed. Thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.